Welcome to my channel, 12 Vels. How are you? Are you okay? Great. You hear my voice. Are you ready to have dinner with me? So, I don't have the best dinner conversation, but this is the conversation we're gonna have over dinner. Yes, yes. This is dinner. This is dinner in our conversation. So, what you having for dinner? Because I'm having spaghetti here. Awesome. It's ground beef, marinara sauce, and spaghetti. There's been a lot of different topics going on. This is Gun Violence Awareness Month, Men's Mental Health Month, um, Father's Day, Juneteenth. So much happens in June. The Knicks are playing the Spurs. I mean, there's just so much going on. But it's a lot of emotions that are not being checked. And I think it's really disturbing. And I want to share one of the trending topics of today. Now, the only way you won't know about this story is if you're not watching the news at all. But if you at any point watch the news, this is a story that is a headline and it is a national news. It's a national news story because I'm based in New York and this did not happen in New York. It actually happened down south and we're aware of it. And it seems that we have a case of a young man that was in a grocery store that happens to be owned by an Asian man that apparently was accused of stealing water, which witnesses are saying that's not the case. He alleged put the water back, but for whatever reason, the owner's Asian son who was present. Ooh, Zero's in here. Uh-oh, are you eating? Are you eating dinner, Zero? I haven't seen Zero for a minute. Ah, I guess this is one of the topics he doesn't mind. So the Asian owner's son believed that he stole something, even though allegedly the young man put the water back, right? And somehow there was a flash of a weapon that happens to be a handgun on the man, the young boy, right? The kid. But even with that, somehow the father and the son ran after. So, for whatever reason, this young man ran out of the convenience store that he stole nothing from, and they ran after him almost a football field, and then ultimately discharged their weapon whilst his back was turned to them. And I wanted to show you the verdict of this case. So this is the story that we're hearing, and the jury saw the evidence and heard everything, and this is what has happened.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Madam Clerk, will you please publish?
Yes, sir, Your Honor. Indictment number 2023 GS 4007440. State of South Carolina, County of Richland versus Chike Rick Chow. We, the jury, unanimously find the defendant, Chike Rick Chow, as to the charge of murder, not guilty. Signed number 302, foreperson, June the 1st, 2026. Madam Forelady, this is your verdict and the verdict of the entire jury.
Keep in mind, people are upset with this verdict, and Zero the Infinite says the evidence shows that he put the water and even showed that he didn't have it, and still they chased him anyway. And regardless of what we feel, the jury feels that the man that is accused of unaliving this young man is not guilty. Is that something? So no matter what we keep saying and whatever we keep creating as the scenario, upon this court and their decision with a jury, they have decided he's not guilty. He wasn't their first victim. He beat a black girl for the same thing, and the laws there says you can't bring up past crimes. Yeah, but it's showing that he has a history of it. Doesn't it doesn't have anything to do with the fact that this young man is no longer on earth. He's no longer with us, and the jury doesn't seem to care. Now look, let's listen to how they're going to ask each of them, or is this what you feel? And they're going to all say yes.
Thank you.
That's the mother crying.
Madam Forelady and ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I'm going to ask you 2 questions relating to your verdict. Please answer yes or no to each. Number 302, was this your verdict?
Yes, it was.
Is it still your verdict?
Yes, it is.
Number 2, 257,
Yes.
is it still your verdict?
Yes.
Number 63, was this your verdict? Is it still your verdict?
Yes.
Number 208, was this your verdict? 208, is it still your verdict? Number 226, was this your verdict?
Yes.
Is it still your verdict?
Yes.
Number 329, was this your verdict?
Yes.
Is it still your verdict?
Yes.
Number 222, was this your verdict?
Yes.
Is it still your verdict?
Yes.
Number 164, was this your verdict?
Yes.
Is it still your verdict?
Yes.
Number 21, was this your verdict?
Yes.
Is it still your verdict?
Yes.
Number 204, was this your verdict?
Yes.
Is it still your verdict?
Yes.
Number 232, was this your verdict?
Yes.
Is it still your verdict?
Yes.
Number 259, was this your verdict?
Yes.
Is it still your verdict?
Yes.
The jury's indulged, Your Honor.
Very good. Anything else?
Not at this time, Your Honor. We just like staff post-trial motions, normal 10 days. We feel those.
10 days for any post-trial motions you may have. Anything to present? Jack. Nothing.
Look it over here.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you can return to your jury room. I'll be right back there to the studio.
We'd like to thank the jury.
I stop it here because I just want to show the evidence that was presented to us that there was a case taken upon this situation. They were taken to court. The evidence was presented before the judge and jury, and the jury members, all the people in the jury, said they find him not guilty. Now Zero says Black people keep shopping with these folks, and they keep showing us they don't respect us. First this, and then yesterday, Carmelo Anthony. Now Carmelo Anthony is a young man. He's a teenager. That is going to be serving 35 years in jail. He's 16, right? Is he 16? But we need to stay. Let's focus on this right here. This young Black man, was unalived by. He was 17. Okay, he was unalived by this Asian store owner. He ran after the young man, and he discharged his gun whilst he was still turned around. He didn't say, "Oh, I'm gonna call the police," and just stay there and let the police come and take a report. No. He ran after this person and decided to do street justice, and look, the jury let him have it. He let him off. And people they're shocked. And the Black community members there have said, let's boycott them. And as a result of that suggestion, you've had people come online and taunt them because they don't believe it. And they're like, yeah, go ahead. Why don't you do that? I think you should.
Own Chinatown. We have our own Koreatown. You think we really need you guys to benefit off and make money? A lot of us do go to college as well. You're being outworked by immigrants who barely speak English.
He's
and you got to
showing
balance.
something.
Go to the bank, start your own businesses, and deal with your own people.
He said, deal with your own people. Look at
their
him.
hands and knees and do pedicures and manicures.
He's
and
deleted
deal with
this
nasty attitudes, okay? Please boycott Asian business.
You know what's so crazy is that you do need us. You need us, because if you didn't need us, you wouldn't be in our communities. And let's be clear, I understand that not all Asians think like this. I do. But for those that do, you need us. If you didn't need us, you wouldn't be in our communities. Say yes. And we may go to the Chinese food place. We may go to the cleaners, the nail salon. But let's be clear, if you weren't there, Black people could do it on their own. We were the first cleaners in this country. We did it for the white people. We did it for ourselves. What makes you think we needed you? Let's be clear. The food is good, but we can cook it on our own.
Playing around. See how people wasting their time?
We don't need you. It's just convenient.
It's not funny.
And there's that word again, convenient. Clearly, one of the main reasons these businesses capture so many Black consumer dollars is that they make shopping easy and accessible. I keep hearing people say they're convenient. They're off.
Listen, that guy was extremely insulting, and people are not trying to really boycott.
Imagine being able to build an app.
He needs to be.
Let's go ahead and get the conversation started. Tell me what you think about this below. Gotta send a special thank you to our brother Dark Power. I appreciate you for your support for the channel. You can show your support as well. The link to PayPal is below. Ladies, fellas, want a balanced analysis, want the truth from a woman's perspective? Then
If Zero says, nope, we don't need y'all. We good on the cat, rat, and dog. I'm not boycotting. I'm gonna stop going altogether. When people start taunting you, you're not serious. You're gonna come back to us. That's so disrespectful. Like they're not even caring. It's like the thug scenario continues to go on. This is the parents and their reaction. Okay, so wait. Let me let her come to the beginning. Okay. Well, they are learning already. Let's listen to the mom, the parents, his mother and father.
Difficult. However, I am going to be Cyrus strong because my son was strong. My son was smart. He was loving. He was kind. I cannot believe that from the time he stepped into that store, as we all saw, he was racially profiled. They followed him around. Racially profiled. He was shopping. He took 4 waters, he put them back. He even showed them by shaking his hoodie that he took nothing. And he walked out of the store. He didn't argue with them. He didn't have any confrontation. He didn't curse them. He just walked out. He was respectful. And yet 2 grown people chased him. He fell and they shot him. He shot him dead, like as if he was a dog. And I do not understand how that jury can come back and say that he was not guilty. He was in a runner's stance. It was shown by the pathologist, and they said he was not guilty. It was devastating for me to get a call from Alvin S. Glenn letting me know that Rick Chow was released. That broke me more than you can ever imagine because my murderer of my son was set free. And it's not fair and it's unjust. And nobody can tell me that this is not racially motivated because I'm not supposed to be on social media anyway. But when I go and I look at my social media, I have racist people coming to my page, going under my son's pictures, leaving the most horrific things, saying that they're glad he's dead, good riddance, and I am tired. I don't want this to happen to any other child. No black or brown child should have to go through this. No parent should have to go through this. This has to stop today. And I just learned today that South Carolina, if it's a murder charge, that they cannot bring in any of your prior acts. Rick Chow shot 2 people before. Rick Chow accosted a child in that store and beat her up with a gun on her hip. And none of that information could be brought to light. And I do not think that is fair. And if that is on the law books, that needs to be changed. Because if that...
Oh, what was the community outrage in that? Because if 2 people already experienced violence from this store, why wasn't it shut down by the community already? You see what's going on? Like, so the 2 people that had incidents weren't as valuable as Cyrus? Is that what you're telling me? They didn't have the same kind of human value? I mean, how many times does things have to happen before the community shuts down things? How many times? Because we have seen this many times throughout the nation of disrespect from stores owners that are non-black, and we still have an issue with black people buying black people even desiring to be black, do anything black, because they don't consider it as valuable as white man or non-black people stuff. So because of their own hangups, desiring being with another race, they value them over every and anything else. Because one, it says if it happens to one of us, it happens to all of us. Right? That's something I heard, but that's not something everybody buys into. I know this is not the best dinner conversation, right? But I want, I think you can digest stuff better when you eating. Let's eat. Come on, let's eat. Let's eat. Cause you got all the information now. We got all the information now. Listen to me. That particular store should have been shut down by the community. I don't agree that we should be punishing places that don't have this kind of history. This particular store had a history, and you'll still let it stay open. That's on that community. Am I right? When we gonna make somebody properly accountable? When? One minute we say we the ones that are the change makers. We the ones with the power. We the ones with the dollar. We the ones circulating our money, trillions of dollars, especially in beauty care, right? All of a sudden, one minute we poor, then the next minute we got all this money and music, entertainment, all this stuff, right? What is real? Why don't y'all answer that for me? What is real? What is real? Because one minute we are the lowest and most disrespected. Then we the ones spending the most money in this particular um um industry. We're the one dominating in this industry. We dominate, and we generate all this money. I don't really understand it. And I would love for that to make sense, because we always playing both sides of the fence. I feel that we always playing both sides of it. Twice, so two people lost their lives at this store, and y'all didn't shut it down. See, in New York, a young boy named Angel, okay, he was attacked with a machete, and the store owner wouldn't allow him to hide in his store. And the community, people from all over the boroughs, shut that corner store down. They shut it down. Am I right or am I wrong? If I'm wrong, correct me. I stand to be corrected. I don't know everything. What I understood from that case is that the people shut that corner store down with the one boy. They said two people, and this was the third one. Why wasn't this place shut down at one? We had a daycare incident where the people in the daycare was hiding narcotics in the daycare under the floor that they letting the kids lay down and take a nap. One of those children didn't survive. Didn't they shut that daycare down? Am I wrong or am I right? That was what one kid do. Why you on the third body, and now you wanna shut. Now you wanna get mad with every single Asian institution. See, in New York, we know how to home in on a specific spot, and we're gonna get them out of. We're gonna just take them out of business. You gotta go. You gotta go. You didn't do what you needed to do. You gotta get out of here. We not shopping here no more. In fact, you not gonna be here anymore. You gotta go. You gotta get out of here. It's we are evicting you. We're evicting you. Am I wrong or am I right? We didn't boycott all bodegas because Angel got attacked by somebody with a machete. That's not even common. That's not common for somebody walking around attacking you with some damn machete. And the people that was involved, some of them tried to leave the country, leave across state lines, and the pole got them. They went across lines and got them, brought them bucks right back. Am I wrong or am I right? They tried to get out of here, didn't they? They said, "Get over here." They went and got them. They went and got them. Okay, and we didn't shut down every bodega. We did not. That bodega got messed up. Okay, that bodega. See, we gotta be about accountability. He already had 2 bodies, 2. But let's listen. Let's continue because we continue to go in this. We continue with this. Hamster wheel. Okay, we continue with the hamster wheel. Let's continue.
Was not there, then my son would have gotten justice. And to allow this person to terrorize this neighborhood for 12, 13 years is ridiculous. And it's just showing that it's okay to treat Black and brown people wrong, and it's not. My son loved everybody. He would tell me like, "Oh, Mom, you're being judgmental. You shouldn't do that. That's against God." And the devil shot him dead, and he laid right there. And we got no justice from South Carolina. And I think it is disgusting. And I don't even know why. I have no words.
I'm not saying it's not disgusting. What I'm saying is that she talked about over a decade, this particular store was terrorizing the community. So when did y'all decide that 12 and 13 years? I mean, what's going on? Why now is there an issue? Why is this national now? Why is this national news now? This is what you got to start thinking about. See, when we had the machete attack in New York, we didn't start trying to ban machetes all across the country. We didn't. What's going on? Who is upset with these Asians? The Asians that they gave this anti-Asian, they got these laws that they made. You remember Tish James made this thing about gotta protect the Asians. So what's going on? Who's upset with the Asians? Because this community said they've been harassed by this particular store owner for 12 to 13 years. What's going on with this community? Why you didn't call out the first time? Why what is going on here? I just need to understand it. Why are you becoming national news now? What is different about this story? What is different about this story? I need to know. I'm curious. Tell me. I want you to answer that question for me. I really do. Because she said it been going on.
But every day I will not be able to speak to my son, hear his voice change, see him grow, go to prom. He will never get married. I would never hold my grandchildren, nothing. But Chow is able to go home with his lion son, Andy Chow, and they're able to have dinner with the wife, Alice, who all three of them came out that store and they chased my baby. And I think the entire family should be held accountable because it was racially profiled. And I do not think that it is right, and they all should be punished. And I don't know what laws that we need to create to help our people, but it needs to be done, and it needs to be done now. Cyrus should not be gone. None of our children should be gone from the acts of racism, from profiling, from any of that. He should be here. And until the world treats us like we are human beings, I mean, come on. Y'all hire us. Y'all want us around. You like our culture. You want to listen to the music. You want to wear our clothes. You want to do all of that stuff. But when it comes to protecting us and when it comes to looking at our children, you look at us as if we are animals, and we are not. I am a college-educated woman. I hold a master's degree in information technology management. My son was not a thug.
You still don't feel like you're doing something wrong. You understand?
What, this? With this?
I'm trying to do something. I'm trying to look back in the crib.
There you go. Y'all heard what she said, right? She said she's a college-educated woman, and her kid wasn't a thug. That's what's making a difference, right? She said her kid wasn't a thug. You heard that? You heard what she said? She said she got a degree in it. And IT, whatever what she said, let's run that back. Oh, that's the difference? Because they said two people had already got something from there, right? Because we need to know what's the difference. Because something's different, right? This been going on for over a decade, right? Right? Let's run it back. Let's run that back, because I really need to know why all of a sudden you ready to shut. Now you want to shut everybody down. I love it. I love how these boule people, when the boule people get messed up, it's a problem for everybody. But when you just raggedy on welfare, your kid get messed up, that don't even hit national news. But this one, oh, she supposed to be somebody special, right? Hello, official 1SP. They said that this store owner been terrorizing people. 2 people was unalived on this guy's watch. This one is the third one for him. This is the third body for him. And they let him off. This is the third body, not the first. Let's listen, because we got to know why this one. Why now? Why now?
Till the world treats us like we are human beings. I mean, come on. Y'all hire us. Y'all want us around. You like our culture. You want to listen to the music. You want to wear our clothes. You want to do all of that stuff. But when it comes to protecting us and when it comes to looking at our children, you look at us as if we are animals, and we are not. I am a college-educated woman. I hold a master's degree in information technology management. My son was not a thug. He was a 14-year-old boy who was trying to find his way. And for any person that acts like when they were 14, 15, 16, 17, that they did not do nothing wrong, that they did not smoke and drink and do and have sex and do whatever that they were not supposed to do by their parents, it is a lie. And it is
You heard that? You heard that? But now, when the last time you heard them advocating properly for our kids like that, right? Oh, she advocating for her kid like that. Oh, he's a kid now. When all these other times they treat that age that her child was as an adult, right? But no, her kid is a child. And children make mistakes. Her kid is not a thug. And her kid deserves justice. Don't all our kids deserve justice? Yeah, what about the welfare kids? What about the kids that's on welfare? Since y'all was all making the story about people losing their welfare like you cared. Because she sound like her kid is more valuable than the other kids. Because somebody was already dying, right? Am I right or am I wrong? Just correct me. I'm right here. Don't share this video. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. Don't share this video. We just having dinner. We just having conversation and dinner. Okay? We just having conversation. I'm talking to you. I want you and me to interact. We having dinner together. Because I need you to understand something. People are in these neighborhoods. Okay? And then your neighborhood starts getting gentrified. And the people that are gentrifying the neighborhood think that they better than the people that was already there, but they are the transplants. Okay, you are native to the community. You're not good enough. What about the kids with incarcerated parents? That's what I'm saying. They are just as valuable. They black. We talking about black kids. Since you want to be again, we want to be black versus Asian, right? We want black against the world, right? Because they already had bodies at that place. What about those black people? Why don't we bring them up too? Bring their parents in this. Because if you're trying to get money or whatever else, let everybody get some of that money. Right or wrong? Let everybody get some of that money. Because they lost their kids too. They lost the kid, right? Everybody needs to get a part of the money. Everybody needs to get some of that bag. Right or wrong? I'm telling you, we want to act like all of us is together. Let me tell you something. We got them black people sending their kids to play golf and tennis. They going to learn fencing and all that kind of stuff. That kid learning basketball is not in the same category as your kid. They could become millionaires all day. Your little basketball playing child can be playing basketball and marry somebody out of their race, right? They gonna marry somebody out of their race. They ain't gonna marry the black person. They cannot. Gonna have some mixed kid. But that mixed kid better be better. They gotta treat them better. How black is this family right here? How black is it? Is this woman black? Is this woman black? What is this woman? Is she black? Or is she leading the blacks? What's going on here? I need to know. Is she black? Is she black? Because you could be light skinned and black, right? Is she black? What about the kids with one? Say something. What it said. What about the kid with one limb on the right path? One limb on the right path that need the in at the hand of our fine police department? She identified as black. She's very bright. She's very bright. She's trying to lead everybody. Is she trying to lead everybody? All hell, because her son, I like it though. I don't have no problem with that. Advocate for your black child. Everybody don't advocate. Everybody not able to advocate. But then, is she married? Is she more valuable? She got a husband right there, do she not? I don't know how y'all looking at this. But I'm telling you this. Everybody don't make national news. And you got to start wondering, why are certain people making national news and certain people not? Because I know specifically on Black History Month, when Black History Month started, a woman was alleged to go after her pocketbook in a state of alcohol. She had a lot of alcohol consumption, and she, for whatever reason, opened up a public housing incinerator, and her pocketbook fell down there, and she allegedly went after the pocketbook because that pocketbook was so valuable. This old riggedy, this non-expensive pocketbook. She went after the pocketbook in the incinerator, and as a result, her body was crushed in the incinerator, and she was unalive by her own incontinence, right? Oh, what is that? How you say it? She did it herself. Ain't nobody. It was nobody involved. She was tied up in She was tied up in a garbage bag, and it was all by herself. And that didn't make national news. But this making national news, and this third person that this man done got, this third body, this the third one. That's good one, SP. We have to stop being that kind of audience. We got to stop giving our attention to things that allow people to control the narrative. You know what I'm saying? Because any other time, if the person's not, if they don't got no, they ain't part of the boule, if they ain't all of that, they not educated, all this kind of stuff, they done did it to themselves. They done did it to themselves. And she's like, hold up, honey, I'm an educated married woman. My son is not a thug. And they shot him in the back, but he still got over. She's not all hell throughout the nation for her son. I love it. Who gave her the power? We need to know how she getting the power, so we all can get the same power. Because we all got kids. We gotta all know how to advocate properly. We gotta know how to advocate for our kids. Like this one was the nation. We gotta grab hold of the nation. We want to do that for our kids too. But we got kids. We want to grab the hold of a nation. Look at her. Are we gonna be able to do what she do? I don't think so. No. I want to remind you about the black father with his son in Manhattan, that this white woman gonna try to say he stole her iPhone. This is in New York. I can't get over this story. I never could. I thought it was outrageous. You hear me? A crazy nut white woman. She's a nut. She didn't think that black boy is supposed to have an iPhone. She didn't like that he had one. And she was trying to steal his iPhone. I had enough for the other woman. Y'all can research that case yourself. I want to talk about New York.
Welcome back to CBS This Morning. The Manhattan District Attorney's Office says it's investigating a physical confrontation between a white woman and a black teenager caught on camera. Jazz musician Keon Harrell took this video in the lobby of a New York City hotel where he and his 14-year-old son were staying. It shows the woman tackling the teenager after accusing him of taking her cell phone, which he did not do. The confrontation is drawing comparisons to other recent false accusations against black people. Nikki Batiste is at the Arlo Hotel. Nikki, good morning. Adriana, good morning. The hotel says it did call the police after the incident about the woman's conduct, and the NYPD confirms Harold has filed a harassment complaint. The hotel also admits more could have been done to de-escalate the dispute.
Take the case off. That's mine. You literally didn't get it back.
Are you kidding me?
Musician Keon Harold says he and his son, Keon Jr., had just exited the elevator when they were confronted.
What is he? He's a musician, right? I just want you to see something. See the pattern. See the pattern of value. Okay? He's not just anybody's kid. Now, this is a black man with his black son. Okay? But they have high value. See, that's why you want a high value man and everything, right? That's why you want to be a part of the boule, right? Look, listen, just listen. Oh, he's a trumpet. He ain't no thug. He didn't just get released out of prison, right? So you better value his son. Value it. Look at him. Don't share this. I'm talking to you. We having dinner. I might get some more. Let's eat now. Let's just eat. Pay attention to the news properly.
By this unidentified woman in the hotel lobby.
Run that back.
This lady.
Identified woman just exited. Musician Keon Harold says he and his son, Keon Jr., had just exited the elevator when they were confronted by this unidentified woman in the hotel lobby.
This lady was, irate and, literally just suggested that my son had somehow acquired her cell phone, which is, ridiculous. We literally never seen this lady.
In the video, the woman continues to accuse the teen of having her iPhone, and a person who identifies themselves as the manager appears to approach the teen.
I'm the manager of the hotel. I don't care. They never asked any questions. They demanded his phone, which is ridiculous. My son is 14 years old. He has the right to have his phone, and he also has the right not to show it.
Better get on. Let's go.
As Harold and his son leave the lobby, the woman follows them. He says she then scratched him on his hand and tackled and grabbed his son.
Please get my phone back. I cannot not have my phone.
Get your...
Harold said he was told by the hotel that the woman's phone was returned by an Uber driver shortly afterward. Attorney Ben Crump, who is representing the family, is now calling on the Manhattan District Attorney to charge the...
Pause right there. Attorney Ben Crump. That's another big name to pay attention to. Better get Ben Crump number. Hopefully you be of high value enough, be able to pay his bill. You better be able to pay what he charges. He's not free. He's not a legal aid lawyer. Right? You know that, right? He's not a legal aid lawyer. He's a black man, though. He a black man. No. Do you want to go? Do you want to continue? Or have I made my point? Let's continue.
Woman with battery and assault.
This culture of implicit bias that so many people have, it needs to stop.
I'm going to tell them there's an African-American man threatening my life.
Just 7 months ago, this video of Amy Cooper calling 911 on birdwatcher Christian Cooper went viral, highlighting the issue of false accusations made against Black people.
Please send the cops immediately.
Harold said his son is traumatized, but he shared the video to shed light on these incidents.
We know the stories of so many other people wrongly accused so well. I feel like it just needs to be dealt with in this country so we can have a fair shot.
In a statement, the Arlo Hotel said it was deeply disheartened about this incident of baseless accusation, prejudice, and assault against an innocent guest. The company says it's committed to making sure this never happens again at its hotels. Jerika?
Nikki, thank you.
It never happens again at their hotel. You want to go back to this other one? Let's go back to this. woman talking about her son. I don't have no problem. Look, I support a black mother. Anybody advocating for her child. Okay? I don't have no problem with this. I'm telling you that this is common. False accusations, even the wealthy, those who are has influence, because there's so much stigma on the black child. So much stigma on them. That's common. He's at a nice hotel, and they didn't even say this white woman, this Karen. They didn't say that. You see this unidentified woman. Oh, they don't need. I love how they love to not say their names. They found that woman, honey. They found her in Florida. Then they find her behind in Florida, dragged her butt back to New York. See, New York. Some people they hate New York. They be hating on New York, but New York, when they want to, they gonna get things done. You hear me? We ain't playing this nonsense. There's some nonsense be going down there down in the South. Okay, so we need to make sure we teaching, we educating these people, because you got all that boule down there. What's the problem? Shouldn't be happening to them boulets. That's what I heard. I heard them boulets, and that's what they having their debutantes and everything else. What's happening? How dare they? They didn't know when he came in that this is a prince, this is a king. But over here in the hood, everybody supposed to be some king, right? Come on now. Make it make sense. Let's go back to her. Let's listen to her. It's a press conference. At least she got a press conference. We got people, they losing their get a press conference. You better recognize that. I don't think you really out here in these streets. People be losing their kids. There's injustice going on, and they don't even get a press conference. This woman got a whole press conference, and the community's riled up. They don't even know her. The power of the press conference.
Judgmental, and I refuse to allow any of you to sit up there and make it seem like we were bad parents, because we were not. All of our children make mistakes, but I don't see anybody saying, oh, well, you know what? My kid did X, Y, and Z. My kid did X, Y, and Z. No, they're coming onto my page and try to demonize my child, and I will not have it. And it stops today.
It stops today. You go, girl. You tell them.
Keep your opinions to yourself. And until you are in my shoes and you have to bury a child, I don't want to hear nothing from you.
You heard her.
Without Purdue Global, I wouldn't be where I am.
Don't take her power from her. She got the power. I like it. I need to see more of that. You heard her? She was like, how dare you? She said, I'm an educated woman. You heard her? You better listen to this woman, because she educated. She not that lady who up there talking about, there's a fire. Remember her? She said, I thought somebody was barbecuing. You remember that one? Ooh, they like to show us that way. She said, I thought there was a barbecue. That was a barbecue. Can't even tell the damn story right. We gotta remember her. I ain't looking up the stuff right. Y'all can't forget Sweet Brown. Okay, no. We not gonna forget Sweet Brown, because Sweet Brown got national attention. Okay, she got national attention. We can't forget her. We will not. Rest in peace to her. She's not with us no more. But I'm not going to forget this one. She was national news.
Horrifying experience when she first realized the complex was on fire.
Well, I woke up to go get me a cold pop. And then I thought somebody was barbecuing. I said, oh, Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Then I ran out. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing, Jesus. I ran for my life. And then the smoke got me. I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Nobody got time for that.
According to the apartment manager, the fire started in a woman's home who is wheelchair bound. She was treated for smoke inhalation at a local hospital. There were no other reports of injuries.
Very good, very good. But ain't nobody got time for that. Nobody got no time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. You better remember that. Stop playing with these people. We be playing too much in the community. Shut that man's place down. Make him leave the community. He's got to go. Don't worry about no other Asian people unless they've been doing something like that. What kind of justice is this? You harassing everybody. You crazy. That's why nothing get done. You doing too much. Get the person that the law won't get. Now, don't get it twisted. What I just said. I just said, ain't nobody got no time for that. Okay. 1 minute, you want the people to see your kid as some angel. When we got these kids, what they doing when they all get together and they running through the malls. Oh, children beating up the mother. I love how the community got with that. They don't even talk about it now. See, when the community start doing their own policing, then the news don't care about it. You see that? That woman got beat up by them children. Them kids wasn't even 10 years old. And they just jumped on that mother in Chicago. Y'all remember that story? And the community said, hold up, these are our kids. They're not criminals. What's wrong with them? And the woman said, ain't nothing wrong with my kid. They said, what's wrong? Are you serious? She just jumped on that special needs mother. They said she delayed. Them little kids was acting like just because she got developmental disability, they can beat her up like she's a child. Do y'all know that story? Oh, listen to me. Some kids is crazy, but the community took care of them kids. They said, look, I don't know what's going on. That mother was like, don't be messing with my kid. Don't be messing with my kid. Woo, I loved it. Then now you don't hear about them. You know that, right? You don't hear about them. But I'm telling you, them kids, they didn't care about that special needs mom. What's she gonna say? They doing a documentary. Let me see what she gonna say. I just should get the news story. Show them beating up that mother, and the lady saying, ain't nothing wrong with my kid. Need to show that was just ridiculous. She said, my kid is good. You say, what? How your kid good? She saw a whole adult and she still went after her. She was little. So the kids was like, she's special. I can take her. That's what them kids was doing. They said, oh, I can take her. And the community was like, what is going on here? I'm gonna find that story. Let me see. Everybody doing commentary. Where's the actual report? They just got the principal. I want to see the actual report. Messed up story. Y'all should see when they found that. when they found that white woman that jumped that black boy for his iPhone that she had misplaced. Crazy woman. We got crazy people out in these streets. She said he can't possibly have an iPhone. He was like, hello? I don't know what you're talking about. I can afford that. Let's see, let me get this damn story. Let's put it right here.
Woman being punched and eventually falling to the ground.
Let's see. Children.
Charges have been filed. The woman's family was among those at Bright Elementary School. They allege the woman has been bullied for 2 years. As the woman walked her kids home from school, the teens turned on the mom.
It's an outrage, and I just feel like we got to do better as parents, maybe a community, maybe as the school, and this could have been prevented if, if the school would have helped out more, the principal would have stepped up.
Justice still needs to be done. Something needs to be done to the kids that jumped on them. Some type of justice.
Chicago police confirm a woman and boy were seriously injured by a group of offenders yesterday afternoon.
Oh, look at them
and
calling them
taken to
offenders
Trinity
instead of
Hospital
children.
for treatment. Some parents at the school didn't want to be on camera, but affirm a group of young people have been bullying the boy and others.
That's disgusting. I don't got no words for it. My heart was hurting for her. In a statement, a CPS spokesperson says, in part, we are horrified by the attack on this family, and we are working collaboratively with city departments and agencies to provide support to the victims of this attack.
You know what I'm horrified
That is the
about?
latest from the South Side.
Now they
Miya
making me angry.
ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
I think everybody, we've all seen the video. Everybody's been sharing it. The public outcry is definitely there, and we're all on the same accord that we want. I think more so than anything, we want everybody to understand that this is a child. All of them children that was in that video was children. Some of them, not all of them, may have families, but this baby here, she has a family that cares, that loves her, that has held her accountable. She understands what is going on, and I don't expect her to speak. We do not expect her to speak as we are going to speak because she's a child. What grade are you in, Kamara?
8th.
She's in 8th grade.
What grades do you get? A's and B's, and I was homecoming queen. I'm the captain of the cheerleading team. Better person.
We will know that this baby, as well as all the other babies that's in that video, are very much our future. So if we laughing at them, we laughing at ourselves. So we want to make sure that we check that and that we be present, and that those people that are not on the ground, those people that are scared of our young kids, that we get out here and we touch them, that we let them know that we hear, that we got something to say, that we care about them, that they have more resources than they know, and that we are available to them.
All right, this is a video that I was not going to touch. I might put the news clip in there, but I'm going to blur it out, right? So in Chicago, they end up having an incident. Now, so much to unpack here. Oh my goodness, right? Check out the Real 101 playlist, current news playlist. This will be a bonus video for today. So what ended up happening was this. So to me, the mother looked pregnant, right? If you didn't see the original video, the mother looked pregnant to me. I don't know if she was or wasn't pregnant. So I haven't seen much mention, but she looked pregnant. I believe she had her daughter with her son with her. So the kids wanted to beat her son up, right? They proceeded to surround them and say, let's shoot the fair one with your son. And she like, nah, And then as you know, they jumped the son and they start beating her up on the ground. These kids were 12 and 13. In Chicago, right? Long story short, I don't know if any innocent bystanders helped them out or the kids just did. It was multiple kids, it was girls punching her and whatever the situation may be. So apparently all the community came up to the school to support her. I mean, Well, I don't get that. Why are y'all supporting? What is y'all supporting? What is going to happen for her son? Her son will always be known around Chicago as the kid that him and his mama got jumped and he cried and balled up. And we beat the mama ass. Like, what was the moral support about? The support should have been about raising your fucking children to be better. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna say this first and foremost, man, who been around some kids, work with some kids, respect authority. A lot of these single mother raised, and I'm going there, a lot of these single mother raised households, they don't teach their kids to respect authority. I didn't seen it first and foremost. They don't teach their kids to respect authority.
Now, this is a very big key that you must pay attention to, because the mother that I showed you has a husband. Hey, Kiana. She got a husband. She not no single mother. And that Asian store owner has the audacity to unalive her child. You know? Her baby? The nation has to understand that this is not going to go down that way. The nation. But this one right here, this situation, this woman got a husband too. This woman got a man. This woman that got jumped by them children, her husband was working and they had him come too. She not no single mom. And she was trying to, she know her kid was getting bullied. So she went to the school. And I'm just talking about this old case of Kiana, about how the community stepped in and then the news stopped covering the story. That's all I'm talking about. But I want them to also pay attention to how the single mother got a bad stigma. So young kids got to pay real good attention to this so they can stop playing. You can't be playing around because the people don't respect the single mom. You can't do when they can talk all that nonsense about how they don't want the black man in the home and stuff, but the people that's in power got the black man. So if you want to have any kind of proximity to the power, you better respect the black man. Try to get somebody's man. You better get somebody man in their video. Listen to him.
They go to the school, talk to the teacher any type of way. Mama, come on, why you take the phone and cuss the teacher out? Discipline is in the household is set by the man. It's set by the man. The women don't set discipline. The father sets the discipline in the house. So when y'all don't want to, y'all want to make babies with guys that's not good to make babies with, or the good guys you make babies with, and you just wanted the baby because you was bored, or you just wanted the child support, this is the problem. This is the exact same problem, the problem that we having. When y'all don't want to be with the man that y'all procreated with, it's always I'm not happy. It ain't about you. It's not about I'm. Before you allow him to impregnate you, it's about you. But once that baby here, it's about the child. So when you have these situations and you don't have a male, the actual father there, this is what happens. If a man was with them, they would have never done that. They would have never done that. And who knows, this father might be.
You heard what he said, right? That's why homegirl I'm talking about is like, how did this happen to my son? Because she got a whole man with her. She married. He just said ain't nothing gonna go down if you got a husband. Did he not say that? Am I hearing it right? National news. You hear me? She married, got degrees, and look what that Asian man then did to her kid. Don't share this out. Listen, don't share this out, Kiana. And you were coming in here. That ain't supposed to go down like that. Stigma. Like that Asian man know that black kid got a parent. He just sees somebody with dreads and want to stigmatize him as a thug. She said, my son ain't no thug. Well, he know. All he sees color. All he sees is a color. Somehow the bourgeois, they don't see color. But that's not society. But anyway, we just keep going on and on with it, right?
In his life, who knows? They might have a 2-parents household, you know? But in most cases, statistically, that tells us that's not the truth. So when that man is there, shit like that don't happen. It don't.
You heard him, right? So see, that young man ain't supposed to be unalive because he got a whole father. You saw him, right? He just told you that don't happen. I gotta laugh because that's what people truly believe. That's why that woman got national news coverage. What? What? I got a whole husband. I got degrees. Why is my son unalive? I shouldn't have to be burying my son, but she ain't saying somebody else's son. She ain't saying it all. We all gonna be good, but she's saying that she was supposed to be good, and she want the whole nation to better recognize that Asian man wasn't supposed to get off. He done did the wrong thing to the wrong one. Y'all better understand that. Keep talking, young brother. Keep talking. Let the brother share. Go on, brother. Yes, what you got?
And a lot of these single-raised mother homes don't raise their kids to be respectful. Don't raise their kids to respect authority. You know, just think about how a lot of these women acting. They fighting over they chicken not being fried right. They fighting because Starbucks forgot to put their blonde espresso shot in there, or they gave them a fucking macchiato instead of a fucking matcha. How they fighting and stuff. How they fighting on every other slide is women fighting on the internet. A lot of y'all women, y'all get with these men. Y'all just wanted the money. Y'all just want the baby. Y'all finesse the men. Y'all never tell that part. Y'all like dudes are just walking away. They're not just walking away. Y'all run them away to be victims. And this is the thing about it. 12 and 13 years old, that's the most critical moment of a young man's life that a man is needed most. That's the critical moment. 12 and 13, that's his time to shine. You did your job, mom. Even the daughter, that's his time to shine. That's where real manhood come in at. Put your dukes up. Get a rake. This is where the life lessons come in about women and discipline and life. And this is where it come in at. Y'all creating these problems. Y'all don't want to fix it because it's about my happiness. It's about, I want a baby because I'm bored. Lil Wayne mama, basically he got Toya pregnant because his mama said he was bored and she wanted somebody to be with while she was. It's always about the woman. When is y'all going to realize how selfish y'all is destroying this society? And then, there's going to be some people in the car. Oh, the men, you let him shoot the car. Well, guys fake who they are. Guys don't fake who they are. Y'all see an attractive guy and y'all ignore all the signs. Stop it. I just hate when women say, no, guys don't fake who they are. Y'all do that shit with makeup and BBL shit. Niggas don't do that. Y'all do that shit. Y'all just ignore who people are. Well, he had 7 felonies, but he started going to dumb stuff like that. This is the direct cause and effect of it.
You heard what he said, right? He said that the woman was dealing with a man that had 7 felonies. Woo! That's why this mother, she's on national news because she said, my child mattered. She said, I don't care about none of this other stuff going on out here. She said, this man got to go to jail, or we need to boycott every Asian business In the world. We gotta do that. We gotta get everyone in the world. Let's get everyone. Just get everyone in the world. Make everybody go back to China. We gotta make everybody go back to China. Everybody needs to go back to China. We don't need the business no more. You hear them people talking? That's why the guy. That's why that Asian guy said, "Do it." He said, "Go ahead and do it," because he's like, "I wish you would," because he know they're not. So disrespectful. I wish you would. I wish you would. That's what he was saying. I wish you would. He said, I wish you would. Please do it. He said, I dare you. Where is he? We're talking about him. And then he took his thing down. I love it though. He took it down. I wish they would stop playing with it. Because he was standing on 10 toes. You hear me? And then he got backlash. And then now he deleted all his social media. You hear me? He deleted all of it. Where is it? They got this embedded in their content. They're not trying to let me just show his part. Let me see if I could just find him. No, I can't just find him. Because they really don't want what he said to really be broadcast with his rude. She got it. They let him talk. See, they don't really want him to talk. Or it's on, you know what? Maybe it's not on YouTube. We got him talking. Yeah, I think we got him right here. So stuck up. On the commercials. Try to see him. Okay. I want y'all to just hear a black man talking, because a lot of times, see, I be in community meetings and people they be in the community meetings talking about the black community is messed up because of the black single mother. And I don't feel in the hood it makes any difference, because obviously it's just not true. There are people that are unfit to be parents that some people tend to reproduce with. If the man or woman did the time and is trying to be productive after hitting dead ends everywhere in life, in a life of crime, they then, hey, I'm open to dialogue. What are you talking about, when it's be? Stephen Curry. Let's let him finish, and then I'm gonna show you that Asian guy.
This is a 2-parent household issue, a single mother household issue. I'm telling y'all. 12 and 13, them kids started, especially boys, started to become a little bit stronger than the mama. It's happening. Rebellious, but nasty work. Nasty work, man. Nasty work, man. Nasty work. It was disappointing, but was I shocked it was Chicago? No. No, I'm not shocked it was Chicago. Yeah, I would probably would have guessed Chicago, Memphis. You know what I'm saying? But this is a traumatic experience for her, a traumatic experience for her daughter. And if she had a baby in the stomach, a traumatic experience for the son. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself. And then, hold on, man, I'm about to get off here. And then I should have put it, I'm going to put it on the screen. So you had the one lady that made her daughter apologize. And no, man, throw them in jail. Get a mama to death.
I don't agree with that at
throw
all.
them in jail. Upper room. Parents need to go to the upper room. I'm sorry. But then you had the mother who was on Facebook arguing to defending her daughter. Something we don't owe none of y'all apology. We don't owe the mother apology. Y'all talking about take a village. My daughter has a whole bunch of people to take care of them. Y'all need to shut the F up. And I'm going to ride with my I'm telling y'all, man, they ride with the worst type of shit. She should be condemning her daughter. They don't. I've seen it my whole life. They don't think they children can do no wrong. When my parents used to go up to the school, I was wrong until proven right. And usually I was wrong. They was taking the teacher side. Now they take their children's side, knowing their children bad as hell. You owe the community a fucking apology. You shouldn't be saying nothing. If your daughter had all this community behind her, all these people, why did she, and she threw the first punch, they were saying. She threw the first, or one of them girls threw the first punch. Don't matter. A lot of these parents, she the problem right then and there. How about that? She the problem. We don't owe y'all nothing, and we only owe, get out of here, man. Lock her up. Get her up out of here. Lock her up.
Well, what locking up?
You shouldn't be fixing your mouth to argue with nobody. And this is the problem. This is why kids, and they can't shut up and listen, because the mama who's the head of the household, the matriarchy of the Black community, they don't shut up and listen. They don't shut up and listen. They can't do no wrong. I've seen this firsthand, bro. Most of these kids can't read, can't write. The mama don't know nothing about it. The fathers don't know nothing about the illiteracy. Don't know how to take constructive criticism. All the bad traits that you see in this situation, you see why the children did that. No accountability. No discipline. Over and emotional. Everybody need to go to jail. I want to see the kids in jail too. All them kids should go up for adoption. They should, No,
he's. I don't agree with him on that stance. Okay, I don't agree with half the stuff he's saying, but he's saying what he feels. Now, listen. He has a right to his opinion, and he has a right to express himself, but we don't gotta agree. First of all, I don't believe that incarceration is necessary for people that could have intervention, proper intervention and conversation. When it comes to a person that is overly violent and so forth, they're becoming they're harm to others and themselves, then they refuse to self-soothe. They refuse to identify their triggers for themselves and self-soothe, calm themselves down, and do as he said, which is just listen. Take constructive criticism. Be accountable for your what part do you play, and make the appropriate changes. Or you don't want to do that and you want to go all crazy. Okay, well, I don't feel no ridiculous amount of time for verbal and lightly physical abuse should be a ridiculous sentence. You can take some time or some kind of instruction, right? I think that we should be open to alternative measures and treatments. I think the problem is our communities don't have access to those type of things. All they want to give us is the harshest way. They don't give us things that non-black people get. Non-black people have access to um, character development. You know what I'm saying? We have to push for more of those things: mediation, effective mediation, character development. You know, therapy, ways to help people be able to identify what is the trigger. How can we uh, come to some kind of solution? What is it that needs to be done to address the issue? Not I don't like incarceration. I don't feel that that's effective. I don't feel that that's an answer to anything. Now let's listen to this Asian guy. I enjoyed that brother right there. Like I said, you don't gotta agree to everything, but at least you can hear somebody else talking, right? That was a good fella TV. Oh, he's live right now. Look at him. What he talking about? I just want you to see the channel. I don't want to take away from the opportunity of letting you know that he is accessible. So we saw Goodfella TV discussing that particular topic, and now we're gonna go over to this other channel, African Diaspora News Channel with Phil. That's the channel I watch. I like that, Phil.
Because he's not the only one that feel that way, not just in his group, but other groups too. So let's go ahead on and cue this. I want y'all to hear what this guy has to say.
I love when the black community says boycott Asian businesses. Please do. We'll get rid of the Chinese takeout, the dry cleaners, the laundromats. Let's get rid of the stores as well. Get rid of the Jordans you guys wear, the Nikes you wear, the shower caps, the Hondas, the Hyundais, all your car electricians, the electronics in your house, the Sony, the TV system, your sound system, the microphones that you guys use to rap and speak about awareness for the black culture and the hip hop culture. Where do you think that's made in? That's made all in Asia. And here's another thing for you guys. You guys want us to leave the neighborhood so bad? Oh, Asian people are not neighborhoods? We're in white neighborhoods. We have our own Chinatown. We have our own Koreatown. You think we really need you guys to benefit off and make money? A lot of us do go to college as well. You're being outworked by immigrants who barely speak English. And you're not embarrassed? Go to the bank, start your own businesses, and deal with your own people. I want to see your own women get on their hands and knees and do pedicures and manicures and deal with nasty ass attitudes, okay? Please boycott Asian business. I'm all for it.
That guy, he got such horrible backlash. He got rid of all his social media accounts. Like he didn't want nobody to find him. You hear me? People was infuriated with that statement. You see that? People don't caught that. He deleted all his social media accounts. You understand me? And now you got people. You know who I want to talk? I want Kamala Harris to talk because she the one up there. Some Asian. They said she was the first Asian to get in a high position in the United States of America as the vice president of America. Al Sharpton want to call her black, but the society calls her Asian. foolishness. Now I wanted to show y'all something with that. What was that case? That case with Al Sharpton. Anyway, let me let y'all hear this one too. Oh please.
The Asian community regarding Rick Chow and the murder that he committed. So on behalf of the Asian community, I take accountability for this man's actions. He was absolutely wrong for chasing Cyrus once Cyrus left the store. They wasn't even sure if the kid did anything wrong, which it turned out he didn't do anything wrong. So they chased him for nothing. But even if he did steal a bottle of water, 2 bottles of water, or 10 bottles of water, once he leaves the store, you don't chase. You're not only putting other people's lives at risk, you're putting you and your son's lives at risk. All for what? A bottle of water? So yeah, fuck that. He's wrong. And I don't care what anybody thinks. I'm standing on that. But now, black folks, you see what I just did? And I did that from the bottom of my heart because I genuinely believe that he was wrong. But when things happen to Asians from the black folks, we gonna need y'all to take some accountability as well. It's only right. Accountability for what? We don't even do nothing to y'all, y'all might say. Okay, y'all might just not know. Well, let me put y'all on. Right here, an 84-year-old man was in front of his house minding his own business, and a young black man ran up on him and violently pushed him so hard that he died. This woman right here was in the train station waiting to go home and was pushed in front of a train to her death for no reason. And right here, this man right here followed this woman right here to her home and stabbed her repeatedly until she died. And then you got famous black rappers like YG. They did a song exclusively talking about robbing Asian homes called Meet the Flockers. Find a Chinese neighborhood because they don't believe in bank account. I mean, just imagine if a Chinese rapper made a song about shooting black kids that stole from the store. Man, y'all wouldn't like that one bit, and y'all would demand accountability. Because why? Because that ain't right. Some of y'all might say, well, it's just a song. It's not like they're really doing that. Wrong. That song and others like it created an epidemic, and it prompted people like him and a whole bunch of other people to target and rob Asian people. Well, y'all understand the Cyrus murder was uncalled for. And I get it. Y'all upset. Y'all want to do a boycott. Y'all want to ban Asian businesses. I'm not against it. If that's how y'all feel, that's how y'all feel. Should nobody tell y'all what to do with y'all money. But let's be fair. Just like when y'all see all them examples I just showed, y'all probably was like, well, that's just dumb. That's not all black people. And you're absolutely right. But on the same token, Rick Chow doesn't represent all Asian people. That's him, not all of us.
I agree with him 100%. When we wrong, we right. I agree.
The question, do you agree? How do you feel? Because I'm telling you, they trying to, the news is trying to get people. See, the issue is they don't want us to work together. They don't want us to work together. Too much unity drives them crazy. They lose sleep at night trying to figure out how to make some kind of problem. They lose sleep at night. They look for something miserable to talk about. You understand? You got to stop letting people play around with your emotions like this. The target is the one who is the problem. If this particular person is the target, that's the store that you target. You target the store that has the issue. Did I show you about Angel? Because maybe y'all don't know that, because a lot of y'all from different places. Y'all not all from New York. And then even if you in New York, you might not know this particular story, right? Because it was not, regardless of who know about it, it might have missed you because it's so much news out there. Some people can only consume but so much of it, right? So you heard 10 minutes of it and it was done. And the fact that y'all with me listening to this, I appreciate y'all because y'all been with me for over an hour and a half. I appreciate y'all because a lot of people, they can't take the news. They can't take the news. It be driving them crazy. They tired of all these horrible stories, but you have to understand this. We can get along. We can be at peace with each other. But there are people that like to do some underhanded stuff. They always trying to get over. That's just the way it is. But you can work around certain things. You know what I'm saying? Like once you know this person got that kind of character, you know how to address this. You know what I'm saying? Because some people they're not right. They will never be right. It's not in them. Now, I'm highlighting stories that I'm aware of. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really be paying attention to all kind of news. Like, if maybe your channel or something I'm watching addresses it, then I'm aware of it. But if you know something happening in Ohio or something, I might not know about it because I don't really follow news all over Ohio, Florida, all this kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But the Angel situation, I thought it was very disturbing to me. I felt that his presence came into my apartment. It was very disturbing, and people was like, you know, leave it alone. But I felt like his presence ran throughout the city. I do. His presence, his spirit was released, and it came to my apartment. He was he was in a corner of my apartment.
The automate.
That sound crazy, right? But I wouldn't know it if that didn't happen. I felt him run through my apartment. He was just standing in the corner. That was scaring me.
A group of 3 knife men brought to tears after realizing they were trying to stab him in the neck. Police still on the search tonight for that trio. News 12's Mike Lamort has the story tonight.
Let me see. This is
Hugo Reyes and his girlfriend were just trying to get home yesterday after school, but police say these masked men had other plans for the young couple. One of them running by with a...
That's not it. I don't know why. I put Angel and they giving me what in the world? This is a story that I shouldn't have no trouble getting to. Now, you see how often stuff be happening? I don't really want to hear about the memorial. We can, because they destroyed this right here. Is this it? 7 years ago. Oof. It was that long ago.
Developing in the Bronx, police need your help finding the men in the surveillance video. They're wanted for a deadly machete attack in the Belmont section. Investigators say 15-year-old Lisandro Guzman Feliz was stabbed by the reputed gang members Wednesday night after arguing with them inside a bodega. The teenager ran 1 block to St. Barnabas Hospital, where he died.
Was that all they said? Yo, this is crazy. Let me get this one.
Funeral plans underway for a 15-year-old boy dragged out of a Bronx bodega and stabbed to death. Police say they are still searching for the 5 attackers this morning, caught on camera during the crime. CBS 2's Rena Roy has more from the Belmont section.
The somber glow of candles lights up the corner where 15-year-old Lisandro Guzman Feliz, known as Junior, was stabbed to death.
I want justice for my son. Justice for Junior. He was a good kid.
Justice for Junior, something people across the city and nation are calling for. A relative who didn't want to show his face on camera tells us a gang member affiliated with the suspects has apologized in a Snapchat message.
They were just saying the messages that it wasn't for Junior. It was somebody else, but they confused him. And they said sorry, they apologized, and they sent the condolence, but it wasn't for them. But he's gone. That doesn't change anything.
It's not enough to bring my son back. I wasn't gonna have my son with me.
Instead, they're hoping these 5 men seen in surveillance video take those apologies straight to the NYPD. Police say they stabbed Guzman Feliz repeatedly in the neck outside a bodega on East 183rd Street and Bathgate Avenue just before midnight Wednesday.
Apologize, go to the precinct. Say I killed this kid. Or take me, put me in jail.
Police tell us the suspects dragged the teen out of the store, stabbed him, and left him to die on the sidewalk. Cell phone video shows the heartbreaking moments after as he tried to fight for his life, running 1 block to St. Barnabas Hospital, where he later died.
That little boy should have never gotten slaughtered like that. He was treated, dragged out of that store like an animal and slaughtered in front of the store like an animal, and nobody helped. Everybody watched him walk himself. He had enough strength to walk himself straight to the hospital.
Guzman Feliz had big dreams. One day he hoped to be an NYPD officer. Instead, the men in blue he looked up to, now working to put his alleged killers behind bars. Police have been able to identify the suspects, saying they're known gang members. They tell us Guzman Feliz was not affiliated with any gang.
Developing in the Bronx, police need your help finding.
If you look up that story, you will find that they got everybody. That's a crazy story. That they ran the bodega guy out. For that case, the community ran the bodega guy out of his neighborhood. He went back to his country. The community was upset. See right here. Let's see if they got him talking. Y'all gotta understand that people got violent. They was having protests in front of the store.
The man who owned Bodega, where a teen was killed, is speaking about the incident. Modesto Cruz owned the Bronx convenience store where 15-year-old Lisandro Junior Guzman Feliz sought help while trying to get away from gang members who were chasing him. Cruz spoke to MTV for its new series, True Life Crime.
Los muchachos que estaban atrás de él estaban ya en la puerta, también empujando la puerta de entrada.
Surveillance video from the store shows a scared Guzman Feliz run into the store and try to jump behind the counter to find safety. Cruz seems to chase him away, but he says he was confused about what was going on.
En la reacción de cualquier persona que está atrás de un counter, ve a una persona saltando sobre el counter sin decirte nada, vamos a reaccionar, pienso de esa forma, porque no dijo nada.
Cruz has come under criticism from the community for not doing enough to help Guzman Feliz. The video later shows a group of men drag the teen out of the store and kill him with machetes.
My point is that they did not go to every bodega and protest it. They went to this. I'm telling you, people from all over went to shake down this bodega guy. This bodega guy shut down. You hear me? He's gone. He left. They had new ownership. They got rid of this guy. They was infuriated. They was not having it. They did not go protest all bodegas. I'm telling you. And they got all them people that messed with this kid, yo. The police.
Machetes. But Cruz says he called 911 multiple times.
Eso fue a las 11:37 que comenzó el problema. A las 11:39 yo hice la primera llamada. 11:46 hice la segunda llamada para pedir auxilio, que qué pasaba, porque no llegaba el auxilio. Y no había respuesta.
5 men have already been convicted in Guzman Feliz's killing on charges of first and second degree murder, conspiracy, and gang assault. Their sentences range from life imprisonment to a minimum of 23 years in prison. For InsideEdition.com, I'm Mara Montalbano.
And then you got that young guy. He up there got 35 years. The teenager that was with that white kid. I mean, the stories, you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying that we already have things that's happened in the past. And we have to like stop acting like we gotta grab for things in the dark. We don't have to do that. We don't have to do that. I'll be with you for 14 more minutes. There was Al Sharpton involvement with that young kid that the lady took the cell phone, because I'm telling you, they went and found that woman. She was all the way in Florida. And I had wanted to show y'all that video footage of that one with Al Sharpton. I don't know why I didn't put it on the in my additional tab, because I mean it's some stories it's just wild. Oh my god. There's that kid. That's let's see if you got the one. They got the one with Al Sharpton. He's like standing with the family. The woman was just crazy, yo. she's a crazy woman. It was a crazy story, yo. This story was crazy. I can't get over it. It was so crazy to me. The story was crazy. I don't understand what's wrong with her. Oh, wait a minute. Do I got it? Is it here? Let me see. No. Oh, I just had it. Where'd it go? I just had it. Hold on. You gotta look it up. That woman was crazy. You hear me? Bat crazy. So bat crazy nut. With her, she acting like she's sexy. She just liked the attention. She wasn't learning nothing. Why they? It's like they don't want me to show you this. Why they don't want me to show you this? What are they doing? They getting on my nerves right now. Right here. I'm gonna share it. I'm gonna show you. Had it. Why does it keep going off?
The NYPD has identified the woman, and today a rally was held to demand investigators call the incident racial profiling. CBS 2's Christina Fan reports.
In front of City Hall, Keon Harold played this raw, sorrowful rendition of America the Beautiful.
expressing the deep pain in his heart for a country that bared its ugliest side to his 14-year-old son.
It was so crazy to me, I thought it was a joke at first.
I thought it was
That's the reason
crazy.
why I took out my cell phone, because I couldn't believe this was happening.
At a news conference Wednesday, Harold opened up about this now viral video of a woman who falsely accused his son of stealing her cell phone in the lobby of the Arlo Hotel in Soho.
Show me this is my phone. Show me. No.
You don't have to explain nothing to her.
The case off. That's mine. Literally didn't get it back.
Harold says the woman not only scratched him, but also tackled his son during the alleged assault. Kat Rodriguez, the teenager's mom, says the hotel manager is just as culpable for escalating the situation.
When the manager, Chad Nathan, asked my son for his phone, he empowered that woman to assault my son and is equally to blame.
The NYPD has not released the woman's identity, but believes she is from California and is still here in the New York area. Criminal charges are being considered, ranging from assault to attempted robbery. But the incident is not being investigated as a bias crime.
We are all supposed to have equal rights, but the reality is that we don't. So yes, this is a racial injustice issue.
Hopefully the police report will be released, because we know if the roles were reversed, nobody would be trying to protect Keon's identity.
Harold's family says they're fighting so publicly to ensure other children aren't subject to the same racial discrimination. In Soho, Christina Fan, CBS 2 News.
Following today's news conference, the family met with the Manhattan District Attorney, Reverend Al Sharpton, who set up the meeting, says they hope to convince the DA to investigate the case as a bias incident.
The latest now in the hotel conference.
See, he got with the National Action Network with Reverend Sharpton. He got with a lawyer, Benjamin Crump. They got with the attorney, the district attorney, and they went and got that woman. Do y'all remember this story? They went and got her. She wasn't even in New York. They got her. And they love talking to her like she's some celebrity when she's a nut. Straight nut. They got her.
Ponsetto is now facing felony charges for falsely accusing.
Tonight, a woman who falsely accused a black teenager of stealing her cell phone faces extradition to New York following her arrest in Southern California. CBS's Nikki Batiste has Gayle King's interview with the 22-year-old.
Miya Ponsetto is now facing felony charges for falsely accusing and confronting jazz musician Keon Harold's 14-year-old son the day after Christmas.
No, I'm not letting him walk away with my phone.
Hours before her arrest yesterday, Ponsetto and her lawyer spoke with Gayle King in an exclusive interview for CBS This Morning.
When you look at the video, the reaction seems very extreme.
How would you feel if you were alone in New York and you're going to spend time with your family during the holidays and you lose the one thing that gets stolen from you that has all of the access to the only way that you're able to get back home?
I just don't think I would randomly attack people is what I'm saying to you. I know you said you could have handled it better, but I just don't think I would randomly attack people in the manner in which you did.
Take the case off. That's mine. Literally didn't get it back.
Are you kidding me? You feel like there's only one iPhone made in the world?
No. Okay, then show me the.
No. I don't feel that is who I am as a person. I don't feel like this one mistake does define me.
But in a statement, the Harold family says this incident never should have happened. Nikki Batiste, CBS News, New York.
Every student deserves an education they can count.
I love how when it's them, they say, I don't think that this should define me. I don't think that this one incident should define me. I don't understand. Like she wasn't wilding out. Like she didn't come off like somebody that was on meds. You heard her. You heard his father. See, he had a mother and father. I'm telling you, for me, that married couple reminds me of this one. This current one, they just do. She puts me in mind. These are the stories that come to mind when I think about what's been going on. They do. And as I've said in public before, to ignore the domestic terrorism that has happened to Black people in America is injustice in itself. For them to not make us a protected class of people when we was terrorized by the Klan, law-abiding citizens was found hanging in a tree, and we don't have protected status. Remember that story with Tish James protecting them Asians? She put forth a law to protect Asians. Well, where's the Black people's protected class? What is this? What is Tish James? Attorney. She's attorney. No. The Attorney General, and she put forth a thing for Asian. Let me see, where is it? And I didn't think it was
that we reported on a little earlier this week that the New York Attorney General, Letitia James, had created a hotline because Asian Americans were dealing with discrimination and racism, and they needed a hotline to call. So many of you talked about this, and you was upset, and you were saying, wait a minute, what happened to our hotline? You know, we've been dealing with this mess for over 500 years. And they just started dealing with it for at least about a good 30 days or more. And all of a sudden they get hotlines and all these special concessions because they dealing with it. You know, so a lot of Black people, you know, was upset, and a lot of Black people say, you know what, I'm going to call that hotline if something happened to me. Forget that. Let them tell me you're not Asian, you know, so you can't call. I want them to tell me that. Well, you know, she did make a response to that because y'all was emailing her, you guys were tweeting her. She didn't, I guess, didn't like really the backlash she got from the Black community. So then she put out a statement that says that as we face unprecedented uncertain time in New York, the United States, and the world, we must reiterate the fact that the pandemic does not give anyone an excuse to be racist, xenophobic, or biased. She said no one should live in fear of their life because of who they are, what they look like, or where they come from. And then this is what she added. She says, I encourage all victims, because before she wasn't saying that. I encourage all victims of discriminatory actions stemming from this pandemic to contact my office. See, the only reason she said all now is because of you, ladies and gentlemen. That's why. So I always tell you, never discount the power of your voice and the power of social media, because the mainstream media, they didn't report that. They had nothing to say about that because, you know, the mainstream media, you know, they lockstep with, you know, the majority of Asian Americans due to the money they get from them. They're not lockstep with us like that. They look at us as a slave class. So we're not going to sit up here and let other groups attach themselves to what we have dealt with. You know, there's articles out there when they're trying to call themselves a diaspora. You're not a diaspora. That's not nothing you should even be putting in your lexicon. You wasn't dispersed anywhere. You wasn't stolen from anywhere at all. You sure didn't go through no slavery. So you need to get that language out of your lexicon, mention a diaspora. Every time we try to come up with something, here come these other groups trying to latch themselves on to what we come up with and what we start talking about, trying to latch themselves on to our story. You get what I'm saying? But she corrected herself now because of the people, and that's good. So this is what I would tell Black people. Every time you deal with an incident that's racist or discriminatory, pick up that phone and call, report it. Because she didn't create that for us. She created it for them. But now she had the back door and say, yeah, okay, Black folks can call this number. You call every time, every single time. Make that phone number be so hot that they're like, man, they're like, why we open up this? We got this much racism going on? Yeah, you do, in the state of New York. So make sure you utilize that hotline every single chance you get, brothers and sisters. But what we have to understand is that we have to be our own voice. We have to tell our own story. And then we have to question the politicians and anyone else out there when they do things like this. We have to. We can't look at, a CNN or MSNBC or whatever. And everyone needs to get involved, not just me, because a lot of people say, I emailed you, I sent it. Listen, I got a lot going on. I can't do everything. I can try my best, and I can maybe get some of our contributors to do some things here and there, but we are limited people with limited resources. Now, the more resources we have, the more we can do, the more I can pay attention to. But everyone needs to be involved. Everyone needs to roll these sleeves up and get into news reporting and putting out the news and information. I just want to.
And I agree with that. I see y'all been with me for over 2 hours. I don't want to hold you too long, but I want you to remember that we all play a role in getting out the truth, the real story, looking at things properly and proper and objectively. And when we care about the person that is treated inhumanely and unjustly, instead of negatively judge them, jump to conclusions, because see, you got to remember, these people, they want us to have the worst stigma on us. And they're constantly fighting that. They become doctors, lawyers, pediatricians. That's still like a doctor, right? So landscapers, architects, teachers. We have all kind of Black jobs, beauticians, barbers, construction workers. We have all kind of Black jobs, and there's still people that will spin a narrative that Black people don't work. They're only on welfare. They don't complete school. I don't want to keep y'all and keep showing you stuff that might feel overwhelmingly negative, because we could be doing stuff positive, but I just want y'all to see and know that there's some people, they always want to spin something so negative, and they don't want to give us real help. And they'll have our own people giving somebody else more help than us. We have been attacked by domestic terrorists. That's the Ku Klux Klan, the KKK, with domestic terrorists. They supposed to fight foreign and domestic. They were burning down our homes. They were burning down our neighborhoods. And then you got some Asian guy talking about You don't need us. Boycott us, right? Do your own thing. We have our own base. We had our own stuff. They always messing it up. They have you just look up, because sometimes we say stuff and you who's watching don't know. So you can look up Philly with what's the name of that place that the government bombed? It's in Philly. Some of the people still alive. I'm gonna forget that spot. But I know it was in Philly. And Philly's not doing good as a community. As a community, they have a lot of things not there's under they're not getting gentrified. Like you could be talking, they could be talking, oh, Bed-Stuy gentrifying and stuff, but you got people in Baltimore, Maryland, and Philly and Delaware that's black populated, and they don't got nothing popping going on over there. I could just be talking. I just have all this stuff in my mind, like you'll keep reminding me of stuff. But it's called Move. The 40th anniversary. Let's play that so y'all can remember this. This is it's ridiculous.
A row home. The resulting fire was allowed to burn. 11 people were killed and a neighborhood destroyed.
That's
Aziza Schuler returned to the scene tonight.
Gathered in the rain at exactly 5:27 p.m., the same time on the same block where Philadelphia police dropped a bomb on the Move compound in Cobbs Creek 40 years ago to the day.
Tree Africa, 14, Ibaye. Netta Africa, 12 years old, Ibaye.
The names of 5 Move children and 6 adult members who were killed were read aloud, then honored with a Yoruba phrase.
Ibaye.
Speakers reflected on the tragic events of May 13, 1985. City officials had ordered Move members to vacate their Osage Avenue row home. When the group refused, the surrounding neighborhood was evacuated. A gun battle erupted between police and Move, with an estimated 10,000 rounds fired. Later that day, under orders from the police commissioner, a bomb was dropped on 6221 Osage Avenue. The fire that followed was allowed to burn, ultimately destroying the entire block.
Unfortunately, what happened was only the second time that a bomb was dropped on an American city. In 1920, Oklahoma, Tulsa, Oklahoma, in a black community, and in 1985 here in Philadelphia in a black community.
It took 35 years for the city to finally apologize. And just last week, Philadelphia City Council voted to designate May 13th as a day of remembrance, a vital step forward, says Move member Pam Africa.
Everything is being done. It brings more and more people in. It reactivates and those who haven't been activated at all, it makes you get up and do something.
In Cobbs Creek, Aziza Schuler, CBS.
As we celebrate Black History Month, we take some of the momentous contributions African Americans have made in the development of our city.
Signs of these contributions are all around us. And in Crown Heights, Brooklyn, CBS 2's Hannah Klieger shows us examples of living history at the Weeksville Heritage Center.
It's not exactly hidden, but it's certainly a gem. This historic site and cultural center is tucked away in the midst of a residential community on Buffalo Avenue.
There's just an energy here that I felt.
The bright, modern 21st century building is a hub of arts and culture. Weeksville President and CEO Dr. Raymond Codrington says when you step out of the modern glass building, you step back in time.
Weeksville Historic Community started in 1838. 11 years after the abolition of slavery in New York State. And it was really established to give free Blacks the right to vote through property ownership.
He says the main crown jewels of this entire museum are these historic Hunter Fly Road houses built around the 1830s, now landmarked and furnished from different time periods to show visitors what life really could have been like for the people who lived here when this community was thriving. Weeksville used to be one of the largest free Black communities in pre-Civil War America.
Churches, schools, stores, home for the aged, an orphanage. It had its own newspaper called the Freedmen's Torchlight. Weeksville has always been about community engagement, self-determination.
As the community was absorbed into Brooklyn, these remaining houses were rediscovered in the 1960s. Now they're part of a museum to ensure history here will never be forgotten.
There's something to be said about being where your ancestors lived, walked. There's something tangible about that.
But the center faced significant financial challenges in 2019 and almost had to close its doors until the community stepped in to help with a massive crowdfunding campaign.
But then something interesting happened. Weeksville became part of what is called the CIG. Cultural Institutions Group is 34 cultural institutions that receive funding from the city.
Along with iconic institutions like the Met and Botanical Garden, this center was finally recognized as a cultural gem. After decades of preservation work, leaders say it's also a recognition that Black history is American history, is New York history, and is worth saving. In Crown Heights, Brooklyn, Hannah Klieger, CBS 2 News.
And over the years, community members have hosted archaeological digs in the area where they uncovered artifacts more than 150 years old. For more information on visiting the center, head to our website, cbsnewyork.com.
What a gem. So glad it's being preserved.
So I want you to do your research. When people start talking like that, they talk to the ignorant. They talk to those who are not aware of the communities that the domestic terrorists destroyed. And they doing it all up through the 80s and stuff. And we still have it, but they call it gentrification. You understand? It's they move through our ignorance. And they preserve their artifacts, but don't want to preserve ours and try to act like they don't have to teach our history. We don't have to teach ours. No, this is when you have things like this, these are teaching moments for you to teach the community that Black communities have always had backlash. They have had attacks against them from being at peace and settled perfectly. And we just have to you have to be aware, acknowledge it, and don't forget. And say the names of people that have already been treated wrongly. There is injustice. You know, they got all these men, these Black men that have been wrongfully incarcerated, and they just say, "Oops, sorry." That's crazy. I'm gonna let you go because I gotta stop it, right? Because I'll keep talking. Thank you for joining me tonight, and happy Black Men's or Happy Men's Mental Health Month. Check on the man in your life. Just check on him. And we have gun awareness month where they asked us to wear orange. Check out the gun awareness programs going on in your local community. They have it nationwide. And take responsibility in your community. Get to know some of the children just by saying hi. Hi, what's your name? Are you doing well in school? And if you have the money, when you can, like, on when it's back to school, if they have a list and they need some help with the list, and you ask the mom, do you need any help with the list, and you help them get some of their supplies so they can get all of their supplies for school. It's like, just think about these kind of things. I'm gonna keep you all if I keep talking. Anyway, we'll come together again. Okay. I love you guys. Have a good evening. Don't stress yourself over things you don't have any control over. Say the serenity prayer. Let me end with a prayer for you. Let's end with a prayer. Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we ask that you cover each and every one of the people that see this video, that's here now, and that catch the replay with the blood of Jesus. Let them come to know you, Jesus. Let them come to know that you are a provider, you're a healer, you're everything. And all they need is Jesus. Let them know that all they need is Jesus. Let them get a word. Bless them, Lord. Keep them covered. Keep them covered by grace and keep them protected. Their angels cover them above, beneath, and surrounded all around them, dear Heavenly Father. Let them know the love of the Lord. Let them get connected to a local church that's loving. Let them be loved on. Let them be supported. Let them get the resources that they need, and let them feel comfortable to pray, know that they can pray to you. This I ask in your name, Lord Jesus Christ. Amen. Bye, guys.